Now, dear students, chapter number 5, laws of motion, and today we have the topic that second law of motion, formula of force by use of the second law, and some important facts about second law. Okay, so what is the possible statement of the second law? So I am just stating this one statement in two parts. First is rate change of momentum. Rate change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied external force. So we can state this one statement in the part of the mathematical sense. So easily we can say that F is directly proportional to the rate change of momentum. Here just I am using the basic concept of dy by dt of P. Okay, so this is the first portion we have. Okay, now second one, the change in momentum or the change in momentum will be along direction of force applied. Direction of force applied. So this is the statement of the second law. Now we are just using this one statement to construct the formula of the force. So I am just using formula of force. So what kind of the formula we will discuss here? So we are just starting with the concept of the momentum, that F is equal to mv we have. This is the one of the base equation we have. Now we are just differentiating this one equation on the both side via the dy by dt, and we have applied and dy by dt of P and M and dy by dt of concern of velocity. So little bit I am just making the changes here, that I can write easily that ma, because acceleration is the rate change of the velocity we have. Okay, so in the part of the derivative we are just writing dy by dt as a. Okay, this is the equation number second we have. And according to second law, force is directly proportional to the rate change of momentum, dy by dt of P we have. So this is the equation number 3 we have. So as we are just making the comparison of the equation number 2 and the 3, so easily we can write that meaning of the force that is directly proportional to the ma. Okay, so as we are just removing the proportional sign, so we are just using the constant k and the ma. So this is the one of the general equation of the force we have. Now we are just making the concept of the k is equal to that we are just replacing the meaning of the k. So we are just assuming that as f is equal to 1, m is equal to 1 and a is equal to 1. So we are just using the concept of k is equal to 1. So this is the equation number 5. Now we are just using the equation number 5 in the 4. So easily we can write that f is equal to ma. So this is the general formula of the force we have. So what can we say about the formula of the force? So simply the force is a product of the mass and acceleration, and initially of the chapter we have discussed the basic concept of the force. Simply pull or push is called the force, which can change the which can make the several changes in an object, like shape wise, direction wise, speed wise, and also etc. Now we want to discuss the unit of force. In the SI system we have the possible unit that is called the Newton, and Newton comprises that F is equal to ma. So m can be stated in the SI system kilogram, and acceleration is called the meter per second square. So this is the one of the basic meaning of the Newton, and Newton is the amount of the force on an object which act on an object having the mass 1 kilogram and produce an acceleration of 1 meter per second square. So that's why the amount of the force is said to be Newton. Now in the CJ system, whenever we are just discussing the unit of the force, that is called the dyne. Dyne can be stated as a gram centimeter per second square. So these are the two possible units we have, and there is a close relation between the Newton and dyne. So Newton can be stated as 10 raised to power 5 dyne. So this is the one of the basic relation between the two units we have. Now next, dimension portion. Dimension. So as per the notification formula, we are just using the m1 and L1 and T minus 2. So this is the possible dimension of the force we have. Now the next general fact we have about the force. Force is a vector quantity because we are just applying the force in a particular direction. So its impact coming in a particular direction. So general formula that we are using, that F is equal to ma. Okay. Now the next subtopic we have, that some important facts about the second law. So what kind of the information we can group together about the second law we have. So we are just starting that. This is the first point we have. Second law gives formula of force to us. Formula of force, and we are just using in the part of the, that mean F is equal to ma, and this one is the third time which I am writing here. Now the second point we have, second law of motion is consistent with the first law of motion. So this is the general concept we have. Now we are just imagining, suppose F external meaning on an object is the 0. So easily we can write that F is equal to ma, and the a can be constructed in the part of the velocity change v minus u upon t we have. Okay. Now as per the statement, we can say that v minus u is equal to 0 and v is equal to u. If an object is moving with the uniform velocity, its final velocity is equal to the initial velocity. So easily we can say that the object in the state of the motion. So it is the inertia of the motion we have. Inertia of motion we have. Body having the natural tendency to be remain in the condition of motion. So it's the inertia of motion. Okay, so this is the portion A we have. Now portion B, if you're just saying that how can we say that the inertia of rest, suppose V is equal to 0, then U is equal to also 0. So it is the condition of the rest, that means inertia of rest. Inertia of rest we have. So this statement show that the second law is consistent with the first law, and easily we can say that we can prove the first law of motion by the help of the second law. Now the next point of the discussion we have. Now the next point of discussion we have, second law is applicable for a single particle as well as for whole body. If you are just assuming that single particle for a whole body, and the acceleration is applicable for it, so the same acceleration will be applicable for the whole body as well as. Okay, so we can't separate the acceleration for a particle and a whole body. So as a whole, the whole thing is the same for the particle as well as for the whole body. Now whenever we are just discussing about the force, so we can easily say that there is a no role of the internal forces or the internal force for the motion of a body. Always the body is governing the motion in the presence of the external forces, because internal forces cancel out each other. Okay, so whenever we are just discussing the mechanics, so we are just assuming the F internals are the 0. Always the motion is applicable due to the external forces on the body. Now the next point of discussion we have, second law of motion follow the local relation, that is, now the simplest mean of the local relation, that there is a no kind of the history of the old force in the new frame of reference. No, there is no history of old force or the acceleration in new frame of reference. In new frame of reference. So for it we are just assuming the one of the basic case, so easily you can understand this one language. Now one of the frame of reference in which we have the simply a moving bus which having the acceleration that is 2 meter per second square, and on the roof of the bus there is a ball which having the mass that is 2 kilogram. So what kind of the horizontal force for this ball? Okay, so we can say that the force horizontal for the ball of the mass that is ma, and ball is also moving with the same acceleration of the bus we have, so we are just using the concept that 2 into 2 newton, so the total horizontal force that applicable for the ball along the direction of the bus, that is called the 4 newton we have. Okay, now we are just assuming the situation in which the bus is reaching to the another position, and somehow the ball is falling downward from the roof of the bus. Okay, and somehow the acceleration is there 2 meter per second square we have. Now here we're just assuming that during the motion of the bus, suddenly the ball which having the mass 2 kilogram is falling downward, and it taking itself far away from the frame of reference of the bus. Now the ball is moving downward. So what kind of the force that will act in a vertical downward direction? Vertical a downward direction. So we are just using the basic formula F is equal to mg. So the mass of the ball, that is called the 2 kilogram, and the acceleration due to gravity which act on an object outside the frame of reference, okay, of the bus. So we are just using the concept that is 10 meter per second square. So what is the possible meaning of the force, that is new force in a new frame of reference, that is called the 20 newton, and that applicable in a vertical downward direction. So the always the second law of motion follow the local relation. So we are just assuming that in the frame of reference, whenever the bus is moving on the road, okay, somehow inside the frame of reference of the bus, the for horizontal force on a ball, that is called the 4 newton. As the bus moving on a road and the ball suddenly falls, and keeping itself away, the ball is keeping itself away from the frame of reference bus, so the new force is acting on it. So there is a no role of the force horizontal in the new frame of reference. So that's why we are just second law of motion is following the local relation. Now, as we have the basic information of the force and its formula, and we are just using the concept that second law is using the concept of the relation of the local relation, that there is a no kind of the previous history of the force in a new frame of reference. So, question number 5.3 we have, and the statement of the question which we have, that give the magnitude and the direction of the force acting on a stone, that where the mass of the stone is 0.1 kilogram. And we have the following case of the discussion. Now the condition is given that just after from a window of a train, we are just dropping a stone from the stationary train, as a train is standing on a platform and we are just dropping a stone from the window. So easily we know that train at the rest we have, and we are just dropping the stone, just it falling downward. So we know the magnitude of the force can be stated by the mg, and the direction of the force will be, easily we can say that the direction of the force is vertical downward. So I am just using the concept that vertical downward in the vertical downward direction. So force which act in a vertical downward direction, which having the concept that is 0.1 is a mass, and we are just using the concept of the g, as we can use a 9.8 also, and as we are just making the round off of this quantity, so we can easily use the concept of the g, that is 10 meter per second square, and the concern unit we have in the SS system, that is called the newton. So I am just making and solving it, so it makes the force which acting in a vertical downward direction having the magnitude that is 1 newton. So this is the simplest that mean explanation of the first problem we have. Now the second case we have, now stone just dropped after as the train is moving with the constant velocity. So we are just using the concept, as the velocity is constant we have, so the acceleration for the train will be the zero. So we can say that along the direction of the motion there is a no kind of the force on a stone we have, okay, but the stone is falling downward from the train. So this is the situation we have. Now the train is moving with the constant velocity is constant we have, so easily we can assume that acceleration is a 0. And somehow the stone is falling downwards, so further we are just saying whenever the stone detach itself from the train, so it's coming in a new frame of reference, so the meaning of the force in a vertical downward direction, and the same formula we have, and we are just getting the same magnitude, that means 0.1 into 10, so it makes the concern of the 1 Newton we have. Okay, so this is the situation we have. Now the portion number C, just after that stone dropped from the window of the train which accelerating as a 1 meter per second square. So we are just assuming the situation that train is accelerating with the acceleration of 1 meter per second square we have. Okay, now somehow we can assume that the force along the horizontal direction, okay, force along the horizontal direction we have. So simply we are just using the concept of that m is equal to ma, because system is also accelerating, and so stone will also make the acceleration to itself. Okay, zero point 0.1 into that is 1 meter per second square. So easily we can say that 0.1 Newton force is acting along the horizontal direction we have. Okay, so this is the condition we have, and somehow the stone is falling downward, and just after from the window as the train which accelerating. Okay, so whenever it makes the falling from the that mean from the train, so force along the vertical direction, simply the meaning of that mg, and easily we are just getting the third time. So easily I can say that in the vertical direction the magnitude of the force is that 1 Newton, and along the horizontal direction it makes the concern of the force, that is zero point 0.1 Newton. Okay, now the fourth case we have, stone is lying on a floor of a train and which accelerate as 1 meter per second square, and stone is at the rest. So this is the case we have. Okay, so this is the train we have, portion of the train, and which accelerate as 1 meter per second square of acceleration. Okay, so easily we can say that there is no kind of the movement of the stone outside the train. So the force which act on a stone, that is horizontal force along the horizontal direction, and same we are just using the concept, that is F is equal to ma, that 0.1 into 1, that is called the zero point 0.1 Newton. So easily we can go through the different types of the problem. So I have stated the question number 5.3 in front of you. So I'm just suggesting you must do the question number 5.2 in your homework part, HW, that is question number 5.2. Just complete it in your exercise, that means notebook.